Welcome back to another episode of Table Talk in the Garden. I have my friend Ricky Jones with me today.
Yes,
what's up,
ma'am.
What's up?
I'm so excited to be with you. Finally on camera.
Right. Well, I appreciate you joining me today. I know we've been trying to plan this for a while now, so we finally have some free time to get together and do a video together. So I'm excited about that. I want to thank all of you guys for joining my journey with growing with Lalascrops. So, and I plan on doing like a giveaway. I may just look at who's been commenting my videos and do it like that. But the giveaway will be like a garden knee pad that you put your knees on.
That's very good.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
I need to be struggling. I'm about to start commenting, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not just liking videos, I'm going to start commenting too.
Right, so.
Beat me. How about that?
So what's been going on in your garden?
You know, figuring it out, trial and error, you know,
you and I both.
killing things, growing things, forgetting about things, like finding things, like everything is happening. But at the end of the day, just sticking with it because I know the goal, you know, of having fresh things grown in the garden. So, you know, it's trial and error. It's my first year, so.
Mine too. In September, it'll be a full year for me. So I'm just excited about planting my fall vegetables. Because the summer vegetables for me, I think next year I'm going to stick with the okra because the okra, I still have it in my garden.
Looks nice and tall.
They still try to give me some growth. So I'm excited about that. But I'm trying to figure out when I want to, you know, take them out of my raised bed so that I can, you know, start my fall vegetables. So what about you? What's your plans for your fall vegetables? What do you plan on growing?
I plan on doing what you did, which is grow those collard greens nice and tall.
I'm excited again.
You know, ready to do the cabbage, the lettuce, the spinach, all of the greens, the leafy greens. Like I'm so excited about. But then also too trying to figure out what companion planting I should do with it. Because I know that will help the growth of the collard greens and things like that. So honestly, I'm taking notes from you.
I'm trying to plan out now. That's why you don't really see anything in my raised beds now, because I want to plan it out you know, and I want it to. I like things to make a statement, and I want my garden to make a statement. So I want to plan that out first and not rush into it. Like when I first started gardening, I was rushing to it. I was like, let me put this right here, let me put this right here.
I remember that.
So I was like, I'm not going to do this that time. I'm going to take my time, plan it out. I don't need to wait too long though. Because, you know.
We're coming around that time. August, September. Got to start planting. No, that's good. That's good. That is something you learn. Even with me, I had to learn even with like seeding because, you know, I grow most of my things from seeds. And so I had to realize how many seeds were necessary to plant because sometimes I would just plant a bunch of seeds and then you get a bunch and then my idea was like, but my thought was like the strongest will survive. At the end of the day, all those survive. And then it's like all crowded and nothing is actually forming and growing. So, that, you know, those are different things you learn.
So then how many seeds do you recommend planting in one hole?
So I do at least two. Right? Because not every seed will germinate. We know that as well. As hard as it is to realize, that's the truth. So I do at least two. With the idea if both grow up, then I know that I do need to thin them out and you know, let the strongest one do what it do. But no more than that. And then give your proper spacing.
Proper spacing.
Because I would just open up a hole, trench a whole row, and just throw them all in there, right? And not even giving the 12 inches.
I mean, but some people do that with carrots, though, because you know carrots are so thin. You know, or the seeds are so small. So, man, I planted some, they still ain't came up yet. So, but I think it's the soil though. And I think that's what I want to change. You know, like we both said, we learn as we go.
Absolutely.
And I think I'm at the step where, and that's why I haven't done anything with my raised bed because I'm still trying to research better soil that that will allow my seeds to germinate. Because I do like to plant by seeds. And I don't do too many of the seedlings, growing by seedlings. I feel like it tastes. I have some. I have some on my working station right now. And I'm trying to see how they gonna
working
do.
Station.
Yeah, working station, guys.
Right on.
I told myself I think I like to just sow my seeds in the ground or in the raised bed and allow them to do what they're going to do. They already in there. I don't have to worry about messing with them. Now, the only thing I do have to consider is weather, though, especially like for the winter crops. Because last September, that's when I first started gardening. My cabbage and my collard greens, I had to make like a little shade cloth for them because they still wilted. Yeah, it was a bootleg type of thing, but it worked though.
It worked, exactly.
It worked. So
you gotta figure it out.
Right. So now, you know, I have advanced this little
got a tent
right now.
I see you.
So I usually just change this out with the shade cloth.
Okay.
Yeah, so that worked, you know, my collard greens and cabbage. So
some nice hacks you just said. Now make sure y'all tune in for that. You know?
Okay, so what made you start doing garden videos?
Well, really, I wanted to start to eat better, and then I started caring about where my food came from. Right, and so putting those two things together, I was like, well, let me start a garden in the backyard, and then I was already doing YouTube. And then I just put the two together, started gardening, doing videos of it to even help me and motivate me, tracking my progress, but then also too, it helped me to stay aware of what was in the ground. Because sometimes I would plant some things and forget like when I planted it or what I planted, right? So I can always go back to the video and know I planted corn here on this such and such day. So by such and such a day, like, you know, that was like accountability and helpful. So putting all that together, start videoing when I was gardening, and it was fun. Now my daughter, she comes out and helps, and she's learning what different things look like and feels like and smells and all that good stuff. So I mean, it's overall fun, family fun.
I had told myself that. Well, my husband actually,
my brother Floyd, my man right
cameraman.
there. Hello, that's my man right there.
My husband actually advised for me to do a journal, and I was like, you know what, I actually need to do that. Like when I plant my seeds, you know, how long it took for them to, you know, germinate, the experiences that I go through. One of my bad experiences that I went through was the pickleworms. I was like, what in the world is this? But like you said, I've learned that planting by seeds, I think is a better way because you have an ample amount of varieties that you can choose from. I didn't realize that because like when I first started gardening, I bought seedlings from Home Depot. But moving into growing more by seeds, I realized like it's so many varieties out there. I was like, wait a minute now, wait a minute now. Because I was on a search for like the cucumber plants that grow like mainly female flowers, so you don't have to worry about the bee pollinating it. So I found some of those. I'm gonna, you know, grow those, see how that does. So I was like, I think growing by seeds is a little bit better.
And so what y'all hearing is Toya is a researcher. At the end of the day, if something happens in her garden, Toya is gonna figure it out. And at the end of the day, that's something I can count on. Like, because I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna see a problem. I'll be like, oh snap. I'm gonna hit up Toya, and Toya gonna let me know.
Right, I need to know because it's like you put all that hard work into it. You know, and it's like that's one of my downfalls. I really get, you know, I really get disappointed when things don't come out right. Not to say it's gonna be perfect. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but you know, something that I've been really trying to master for a couple months, like the cucumbers. It was really disappointing to experience that.
Mine too. Mine went out on me, and it just shriveled up one day. They were growing nice and long on a trellis and everything. Next thing I knew, I went out, gone. And I was like, oh snap, bye-bye. It is what it is. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll figure it out next year. But, you know, that is something that first-time beginner gardeners, we don't know. Like, bugs, pests, why stuff will shrivel up and all that good stuff. We don't know. And then us trying to do things the right way, which is organically, we don't want to just spray pesticides on the plants and things like that. So, you know, we search different ways to do it organically, the right way. You know, companion plant to help deter pests and things like that. So it's fun. It's fun, but at the end of the day, we definitely learn off each other. Really, I learned off of her. She might have gotten 2 tips for me, but I got like 22 from her. So,
but I've been gardening longer than you have, so that's probably why. That's probably why. So, but I've learned that like a natural little pesticide is neem oil. I don't know if you ever heard that.
I did buy some. I sprayed it on my plants twice. I didn't know what was supposed to happen, so I
now you have the type that has I forgot the name of the ingredient. I'll put it down below, but it's kind of like a long word, and I'll tell you later. It's on my workstation. But you have to make sure that you have that in the ingredients to make sure that it's like the cold press type.
Gotcha.
Because the one at the store, Home Depot.
That's what I bought. It's in a white spray bottle.
Right. I think I told you about that one. But, you know, as we learn.
Okay, yep.
I learned that, I learned that you have to have that one ingredient. So I bought one off of Amazon.
Nice.
And I'll share it with you.
Okay. But in the beginning, I was journaling too, all the way down to what soils I was putting in the raised beds, and also manure. I use a lot of cow manure. Never knew I would be going to buy poop. But nonetheless, I do buy cow poop, right?
So where did you buy yours from? Sorry.
Home Depot.
Okay.
Yep, I did a Home Depot, cheapest bag. I mean, I feel like it's boo-boo, so it should not be expensive. I don't know why I'm buying expensive poop. But it's the white bag with the yellow label.
Okay.
So that's the one I buy and purchase. But to your point, I do want to even change my soils because you need things that's going to not only be, you know, loose for your crops and things like that, but also will give it the nutrients that it needs to grow. So, you know, that is something you learn. You try different things. Maybe you go with a more cost-effective thing in the beginning. And then you realize maybe I need to spend double for the right soil for my raised beds. But it's all in trial and error.
Yeah. And I think I'm like, you know, more on that path because I saw how long I kept my collard greens in that raised bed. Like I said, it was almost a year.
Yeah.
So I know.
What soil did you use?
The Vigoro.
Okay.
I used the Vigoro.
Noted.
And like I said, it gave you know my plants a good amount of nutrients. Of course, I fertilize every so often, but this go around now that it's been almost in September of the year. Like I said, I need to really amend that raised bed because it's been a year. Now this one is fairly new.
Okay.
But with that being said, I think I want to just, kind of replace some of the soil while I'm doing that. What would you do differently?
Oh, man. To be honest, now this may shock you, it may hurt you a little bit. However, I think I would shift over to like 5-gallon bucket gardening. I knew that would hit you that way. And I won't say the only reason, but the main reason is that having the plants in the raised bed, I've been having like a lot of weeds to come up. So, maybe look at it this way. If I was to stay with the raised bed, I would put like the liner at the bottom to keep the weeds from coming up. I didn't do that. I was rushing.
Cardboard, right?
I did a cardboard in one.
Okay.
And that one does very well as far as no weeds coming through. But the other ones, I was just rushing. I was like putting up a new raised bed every other day.
You can't count that, Ricky.
I was rushing. Right. So I would start there. I will put a liner at the bottom to keep the weeds from coming up, right? But beyond that, 5-gallon buckets I've been coming to love and appreciate. And then too, another reason because I'm looking to move, right? And so with the buckets, you can move them around the garden. If there's more shaded area, you can move it to the shaded area. If you need more sun, move it to the sun area. Like I think you have more mobility with a 5-gallon bucket. See, I might win her over. Than with the raised bed.
I like the raised bed, boy. I'll tell you that.
That would be one of the main things. Like definitely put a liner at the bottom because you do want to protect the weeds. Because I was getting a lot of weeds. That I was pulling up. And it would be a lot of dirt.
But you know they have that weed. Remember when we did this raised bed? I put that
liner. Yeah. And I learned I did something wrong. That was the moment I realized. You did it wrong, Ricky. So do your liner. If not, 5-gallon buckets is fun.
Listen, mobility. I'm still on the team raised bed, okay? I don't think I'm going to change. Now, don't get me wrong. I do put certain plants in a pot. Like I put my spinach in a pot because at the time I really didn't have no room. And I didn't want to keep on putting things in and taking it out. So I decided to put it in a pot.
Nice.
It did good, but it ain't nothing like them raised beds.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing like the raised
I see you playing with it. We'll see.
It's nothing like the raised bed.
I agree, though. I agree.
I don't know. For me, I like a nice appearance. And like I said, I like things to grow together. Like originally, like when I first started planting, I did like the pot. Don't get me wrong, I did the pot. And then I did like this rolling picker container thing.
I know you're talking about.
And then from there I advanced to the raised beds. It's just something about the raised beds that it just adds on to your garden. I mean your yard actually.
That's true. That's true.
It's just I don't know. For me, I like it. That's my preference. Everybody has their own preferences.
Right. So what would you do different, knowing what you know now?
Did a lot of planting and taking out. I won't do that again. Like I told you, that's why you don't see anything in my raised beds now. I'm trying to plant everything out so I can put everything in at once and allow them to grow. And leave it as that.
See, now what she isn't saying is Toya was literally planting stuff and picking it up if not the next day, like 2-3 days later.
I had to move
like
it.
I would be talking to Floyd. Floyd would be like, she back at the stove. She pulled this up. She take it.
It had to be right. I feel like the older I get, I had OCD. Like it had to be right. And if it wasn't right, it came out. That's it.
So you was spending money like this. And just don't spend
and that's
cash.
Another one that I would change. Not spend so much money.
She was flicking. She was flicking and changing. I was like, oh snap! I might just need to go to by her house and just hang out by the trash can because it was some good stuff. Just
I guess I felt like I couldn't revive it, you know. But knowing what I know now, you know, little tips and tricks, you know, sometimes you can, you know, revive your plants back. But yeah, I had
like
to get,
you said, patience.
Yeah, patience. Yeah. So I had to get things right. If it wasn't right, like I said, it had to come out. It had to come out.
And she meant that.
Yeah. But I'm not trying to do that this go around. Like I said, I'm trying to plan everything out. And go from there. So plant a little bit more plants than what I did last year. Because you want that consistency of, you know, harvesting, you know, a certain amount of vegetables over time. And that's where I'm at now. You know, like instead of like trying to wait, oh no, they're not ready yet. If you have like maybe like 2 or 3 plants of the same variety, you will be able to, you know, harvest a little bit more. And that's where I'm at now. That's something else that I would also change. But, you know, in a couple months it may change also again. So,
that's why you got to keep watching.
Right.
Keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep on, you know, growing with Lalascrops.
That's it. That's it.
All right. So, do you have any advice that you would give viewers?
I would just say, as you said, have patience. Don't rush to do anything. It is growing. And that was one of the main things that I had to realize and know, that the plants are actually growing. So even though you don't see what you want to see like the next day after you plant it, give it some time, learn your plants, make sure you water your plant. If you can catch rainwater, rainwater, because that does wonders for your plants. And just allow it to do what it do. Just like you had to grow to the age that you are, so does your plant have to grow. So allow it to take its time to get to where you want it to be.
I was about to say the same thing. You allow your plants to grow and allow yourself to grow.
Absolutely.
As a gardener.
Well said. That's good.
All right, Ricky. So I have like a little fun part to this segment, Garden Card Revoked.
All right.
So that's what we're going to play right now. I came up with a couple questions, simple questions.
Okay.
And we're going to see if Ricky can keep his garden card.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
I don't actually have any cards. I forgot them, but it's okay.
Can.
So I have my questions right here.
I'm about to really find out what's going on.
All right. You ready, Ricky?
Nope, but I'll answer.
Okay. All right. True or false? Soil amending helps improve soil with adding additional materials.
True.
Okay. All right. 1 point for you're right. I'm gonna put like a ding in the video.
Okay.
All right. What are some harmful pests you can experience on fall vegetables? This is multiple choice, okay? Butterflies, cabbage loafer, ladybugs, or ants?
Choice B, the cabbage situation.
Yeah, cabbage loafer. Good job. Ding, 2 points. All right. What can you add to your compost to provide nitrogen? This is multiple choice.
Okay.
Banana peels, eggshells, coffee grounds, or grass clippings?
Eggshells.
Nitrogen. Oh,
coffee grounds.
Nitrogen. It's grass clippings.
Grass clippings, yes, because of the green.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Right. I'm gonna let you
know. Eggs and grass, same thing.
Right. All right. Which of these nutrients do plants not get from the soil? Phosphorus, nitrogen, potassium, or carbon?
Potassium.
Carbon! They get the potassiam, nitrogen, and what did I say? Phosphorus from the soil.
See, y'all see who I called. I told y'all.
Ricky got $2. Come on now, Ricky.
I'm a frontal.
All right. What is the technical term for planting seeds? It's multiple choice. Germinating, sowing, fertilizing, or planting?
Sowing.
Yes, good job.
That was biblical. That's biblical. I tried on the Bible for that one.
All right. What is neem oil used for in the garden?
Well, we determined that you should get the proper neem oil, from Amazon. She'll put the link and all that good stuff. But neem oil helps keep keeps the pest away?
Right, pesticides. All right.
I was nervous, y'all.
Now get ready for this one now. Okay? Name 5 fall vegetables in 3 seconds. Go.
Collard greens, cabbage, spinach, lettuce, and...
Come on, Ricky!
Beans?
Okay, all right, we'll take that, y'all. Okay. And last but not least, which plant is a heat-loving plant? Lettuce, onions, collards, or okra?
Okra.
Yes.
All day. All day.
All right, you guys. Well, let me tally you up. Let me see. No.
I did better than I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got more right than wrong.
I guess Ricky can keep his garden card, you guys. He did not get it revoked. So.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to add that to. I think that would be like a nice little concept to add to my segment of Table Talk in the Garden. So
that was fun.
It's a fun little
that
game.
Was very fun. Keep you on your toes.
Right. Keep you on your toes.
Make a person do their research when they come on the show. Do your research because you never know.
I want to thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed this Table Talk in the Garden also, like I did with the last one. But I definitely appreciate you coming through.
Yes. And I appreciate you having me.
No problem.
Of course, I've been learning from you from afar, through Instagram and all that good stuff and all that. But so it's cool to be here with you, be here with my brother Floyd, and see all of this come about. Like, you know, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
No problem. So after this video, I'm gonna head over to Ricky's garden, and we're gonna see what's going on at his garden, y'all. He's talking about heat.
I'm getting ready for the fall. I'm getting ready for the fall, and I need her help.
So I'm gonna head over there and see what his garden's looking like, and just help any way I can and give advice. So go from there. So I'll leave that video link in my description box. So that you guys can, experience that video.
Now don't laugh at me when we get there, okay, y'all? It's not gonna be as pretty as this.
Y'all see my garden, ain't nothing in here. So
now, by choice.
Yeah, well, Ricky, I'm not doing you. I'm not doing you, Ricky. I'm not doing you, Ricky. So, thank you guys for joining us on Table Talk in the Garden, and we'll see you guys in the next